So we are here in the Historical Museum of Lausanne, Switzerland. We are just nearby the cathedral there, and the museum is about the history of the city, and we have a lot of metallical objects in our collection, and one of our main collection is about silver.
It's a quite strange object. It seems to be tarnished, but only locally. You know what it is, this object?
It's a small teapot from a hotel here in Lausanne, Hotel Jura Saint-Plon.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, it's about. It was made about in 1920, we guess.
So during the Art Nouveau time.
Yeah, okay. Just after Art Nouveau. Yes.
Okay. And you don't know what happened to it, or?
No, we don't know why there is this part here not tarnished.
Okay. You have heard about MiCorr as a tool? It's an identification tool which can perhaps give you an idea of the family of the metal.
Okay, let's try.
We can try.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so it's something which is on your smartphone.
Yeah.
And the first question the system is asking you, it's whether you see fully the metal or whether it's partly oxidized. Here, I suppose we could say that it's partly
oxidized. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Next question would be whether you have artificial corrosion. What would you say in that case?
No, I think no.
Okay, no, I good to know. Is it tarnished?
Yes, it seems like a tarnished silver, yeah.
And next question is the color: blue, green, brown, dark, iridescent?
Iridescent, yeah.
Okay.
There is a lot of color.
And then the system is going to the metal surface, not anymore the tarnishing.
Mm-hmm.
So do you think that there is a coating or surface treatment?
I don't think.
Okay, so we would say no.
Yeah.
What about the color of the metal itself? Is it red, yellow, gray?
Gray.
Good. Is it magnetic?
No, we tried it, it's not.
And light?
No, it's pretty heavy.
Good. Is it? Did you see any hallmark?
No.
And is it hard?
Yeah, pretty hard.
Okay, so what about glossiness? Is it glossy?
Yeah, it's glossy.
Very good. So the system is telling you that there is a good chance that it's a silver-based alloy, which is not a big surprise.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
But still, what about that part which has the engraving? It's not tarnished.
Yeah.
You said that it's beginning of the 20th century.
Yeah, around 20.
Okay. Have you heard about German silver?
No, not really.
It's a metal which was developed at that time to imitate silver, but it's not tarnishing.
Okay.
And it was quite common that they were silvering it on top to make it a bit more shiny.
Okay.
But the silver is tarnishing, not the metal itself. So I'm just wondering whether you would not have such a metal, and then because of the engraving, people might have cleaned the tarnishing, and then we would see this part. So perhaps what we could do is to question again the system, but telling it that there is a coating, because you said that there was no coating.
Okay.
So let's try and see what we get from that. So I have to go back to the coating. So I say this time, yes.
Yes. Okay.
The metal underneath is gray. Okay.
As we said.
Non-magnetic.
Non-magnetic.
Light. No. Heavy, you said.
Yeah. Pretty heavy.
And there is no hallmark.
Yes.
Pretty hard, you said.
Yes.
And pretty glossy. Okay. And the system is telling you that it could be perhaps German silver or silver.
Yeah.
Well, it could be. But what I would recommend is that when you take it out, look at that zone where you have the tarnishing and the part which is not, and then you will see whether you have a confirmation on that.
Okay.
Now, our next step would be to analyze precisely the metal, but it would cost. Here, with the system, you can get an idea, and I suppose it might be quite helpful to help you to identify your problem.
Okay. Good. That's good. So here we have a very nice little object, a cup with his plate, and this is very well finished, very fine, in fact. But something is weird. It's very light. When you take it, it can't be silver with this lightness. In fact,
yeah, sure. There is no hallmarks.
No.
And you would expect for an object of that date. What is the date?
Around 1860.
And you should have a hallmark if it would be silver.
Yes.
Okay. You didn't suspect any aluminum?
No,
alloy?
not really.
Do you know that in the middle of the 19th century, aluminium was considered very rich material? It was invented at that time, so rare that only rich people could have it. It was as expensive as gold. So when you look at these decorations here, which are gilded, it will match. And often the surface had very nice finishing. So we could perhaps try MiCorr and see whether this information we have could lead us to perhaps aluminum. So let's try.
So for the grayish part, yeah. Okay. Also, it's metal is fully visible. No coating or plating. The surface is gray.
Okay.
We tried it. It's not magnetic. And very light.
Okay, and you see that the system is offering you mainly aluminum based alloys. So there is a good chance that your metal is aluminum, but to confirm that, it might be good to go to the description sheet where all what you should know about aluminum is indicated. So here, for instance, you have a picture of an object which was offered to Napoleon III. We are more or less at the same time. And it's a beautiful object, cast aluminum object that you would find on tables and which would impress your guest, showing that you had the most innovative metal of the time. But on this sheet, you have all other information you should know about aluminum. So if you go through, then you might be able to confirm that you have this material with this object.
Okay, good.